need to see Michael. I need to see Michael. Where do I see you? So the way to see you is to Are we live? I think we are. Let's see. Waiting for Michael. So one channel seems to be offline. So let's see. So waiting for Michael. So good morning or afternoon, folks, wherever you are in the world. And well, this is an awesome day. I always get excited with the climate change action. Last year it was an amazing moment with community, and today is online conversations. So let's see. I have to go to this address where I can see Michael. I have actual conversation with him. So I'm going there. So we can speak together. That's it. Now I hear you, Michael. That's right. Yeah, so Metacurrency, it's a beautiful, beautiful project. It's about freedom. It's about creating the tools for everyone to fulfill their own purpose in life. It's really about creating a new story on the ways we relate and right relationship, not only to ourselves, but also to the planet and also to all currents of life that go through us and within us. I know this is too abstract, and there will be coming through this hour more concrete pieces of this story and how it's coming to life. In the technical side, it's about creating the infrastructure for currencies to happen. And even though we see currencies everywhere, right? We have the recently named social currencies and the alternative currencies, and we have the reputation currencies, and there is yet the infrastructure to be built so we can all find the right language, the new language of flow that will actually contribute to this paradigm shift big time. So you'll figure out more during the conversation with the knowledgeable guys of Metacurrency that are coming. And I'm holding that we do connect to that part of creating with joy and creating more life and more good and more true and more beautiful, more beauty with the new platforms that are emerging. Well, that part of social clarity, I think we are seeing as we go, right? I mean, it's we're stepping into a field of a lot of unknowable things, right? We don't know everything, and we are seeing different vessels showing up in the work of currencies. So it's not about territories anymore. It's about spaces of work. It's about collective intentions. and how we cohere in different actions, and then we might go into an action together and then spread. So we have some people working on the flow plays that are also working in the metacurrency, that are also working in the transition, and others are working in time banks or contributing to it, and others are, so we are pollinating in different vessels. You could see it as vessels of pioneers going into a certain land and going there together, because there is a perception of proximity and a shared intention that is very, very powerful. And of course the building of ontologies and languaging and all that, but it's very, very recent. So that social clarity, I think, is that we're really have to be very attent, have this attention of observing what is going on with the new ways that we gather, that we create, how we collaborate, how we see these new organizations forming. So, and what was your question tied to this? It was about the social clarity and you said who else is playing in this field? So there's many, many people. I could name different vessels. What is Metacurrency for me is really going to provide the infrastructure for everybody to make wider plays. So it's not only a platform in itself, but it's a meta platform. It's a platform that allows other platforms to be developed because Metacurrency is there. And we're taking really strong you say like stance, but it's not a stand really. It's about principles on how we create this or how this should be created. So I'm really resisting into going into that part, because I want the guys to go into that part of the openness and the open rules and transport and data and all that. So I'll reserve that for later. Well, what drew me to this work was when I found out about open money, and it really came the shift on money in my own life, and I totally understood what it meant as an invisible architecture that causes certain social behaviors just because it exists. And the time I realized that, I said like, oh my God, I really want to contribute to this. And then as I met the people and the level of integrity that I see in the people I work with, it's really inspiring. And then, you go, you move, you participate, and then you belong to something. And that is so, so precious. And right now, what really motivates me is to see, like, this is really a tool, currencies, in how to follow our life purpose. I mean, I see so many people around me that I cannot do what they want to do because they have to be hunting for money. And I don't want that for my little girl. I want, new levels of freedom. I want that we can all make the best of our story in this world, in this lifetime, whatever it is that we really came out to do. And if I can participate and be part of that process, then, what could be more fulfilling? It's more than a call about something that is right to do. It's more of a call that is transcendent in itself. It's a choice that is choiceless. Because once you see and once you come out of certain level of ignorance, then you know, and then you have to do something with it. So for me, this shift was as powerful as my spiritual awakening, or any other kind of awakening. And I see people needing different kinds of processes for this awakening as well. Like there's not one recipe, First you see this video, and then you read this post, and then you talk with this person, and then you're there, you awaken to the new money paradigm. It's really something that is very intimate. So there's many challenges in this field, and yeah. Well, in the field of messaging, I think that Alan Rosenblit has been doing an incredible work. Jay, who will be speaking later, has also been interacting in that. We all have been interviewed and tried to create pieces of that story. We really wanted to come from a place of a story, you know. Like it doesn't need, you don't need as a user to understand what money is, but you still use it. So what is the kind of story that will shift your perception and your attention into understanding and wanting to know more and get involved in this currency world? I think we're still trying for that. There's different attempts. There will be some symbiotic story coming on. Um, there are other pieces. We're seeing people like art telling beautiful stories. Jean-Francois Nobel, who is giving a lot of conferences and seminars. I am giving conferences and seminars. We'll have a free currencies 5 weeks workshop starting November for people to go and engage in the first technology that we're creating for playing with open rules and currencies. So we have all these attempts. I don't think we yet have found the one, the one that is, oh, this is really a story that many can listen, that can go into the mainstream. I think that we're still in that collective sensing and testing and trying that will allow us to come with a powerful story that could be better heard and find people where they're at. Yeah, and I believe that's good to have many storytellers, even from outside the field. Go ahead. Oh, totally. We are constantly looking for ways in which people can engage with us. I mean, that is something we really like. I mean, this is about a collaborative thing. It's not something that we want to create because we're the saviors of the world. I mean, it's nothing like that. We really, really need people's input in this. It's even great to have people to go engage with us because they have a fresher sense, and how they listen to things. So when my partners are in conversation, and we'll post in the IRC channel some pages, I know that Alan and Jay will be launching some symbiotic stories and asking for other people to come and share the stories. When we were together in January, the Metacurrency people, we also had an experience on technology called VoiceThread, where we asked people for their own stories, and we had like 5 powerful questions, and people would answer, and we got feedback from that, and so we're constantly trying new things. And now the flowplace.org, it's also one technology that we're moving, and that we want more of people's input, because we reach a space where we have developed enough for people to be able to play. It's not that far, so that also needs some pioneering energy of wanting to move through with creating something new. But it's definitely not something we want to do by our own, or that we can do by our own. We really need you. I mean, we really need all of us. So I will post some addresses where people can play. And in the next Free Currencies workshop, we're really, walking the talk. We are combining free currencies with conventional money, and we are also going into some spaces of deep understanding and ontology work, and also places for play, for people to engage with the technology and just come and tell us what is not working and what is working, and create their own wealth and start their circles and, you know, do this together. It is definitely a work of a we. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, folks. Thank you for staying with us. Bye-bye.